truly honored today to have Mr. Herman Cain a potential president of the United States of America. Mr. Cain is a businessman, columnist, and radio host from Georgia. He is the former deputy chairman and chairman of the Civilian Board of Directors of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. He is the author of 4 books. He came to the spotlight in the recent Republican debate. I don't have to tell you how friendly he is to the land of Israel. He is running neck and neck with Sarah Palin in the polls in Iowa as we speak. He's a Bible-believing Christian who loves the state of Israel. He recently criticized the president over his remarks prior to his meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Mr. Cain said that the president threw Israel under the bus. He will be traveling to Israel, God willing, in August. I assure you that his coming today is testimony to his profound love of the land of Israel. Without further ado, I introduce Mr. Herman Cain, the next President of the United States of America.
Good afternoon. God bless you, sir. Thank you for that. Good afternoon. You all can do better than that. Good afternoon. That's a whole lot better. Thank you for being here, and I want to thank the organizers for inviting me here for this occasion today. I am here for 2 reasons today. The first of which is to congratulate the state of Israel on this momentous occasion. 44 years. I often tell people, or at least I remind people, that I am an American first, and I'm a black man, in case some people hadn't figured that out. And I'm very proud of being a black man in America. And whereas here in the United States of America, black people have nearly a 500-year history, the Jewish people have a 3,000-year history, but we have similar experience on our journeys. And as a result, we can identify with your struggle. We can identify with the challenges that the Jewish people have endured on this planet for 3,000 years. But you see, struggle is not new to any of God's people. It is not new. In fact, part of God's ordination of you as his chosen people, and those that believe as you do, struggle is part of that ordination. So I am here to congratulate you for your struggle, because I too recognize, based upon my ancestry, what that struggle in part is all about. The second reason that I am here today is to basically say to you and to share with you my undenying support for the state of Israel. And let me just be clear. My support for the state of Israel did not start when I decided to run for president of the United States of America. My support for the state of Israel started in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible. That's where my support of the state of Israel started. So I understand and appreciate not only the historical significance, but the biblical significance of that great nation. I know that lately our president has done some things that have been disappointing to Israel, to the Jewish people. But don't boo me. Wait until he talks to you and then boo him. You got us mixed up. He's an African American. I'm a black American. There's a little bit of a difference there. And I know that he has said some things, and I have described it publicly immediately after he made some of the statements that he made. But I want you to know that before I even thought about running for president, I knew where I stood with respect to our greatest ally in that part of the world. I already knew where I stood. And so like you, many of us other Americans were disappointed when the President of the United States threw Israel under the bus. As president, I will never throw Israel under the bus. It will never happen. And as I have said, it is not the responsibility of the President of the United States to try and define the terms of negotiation by Israel with respect to Palestine. It is up to, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said, it is up to the state of Israel. And when it comes to the borders, leave them alone. They belong to Israel. It's a non-starter. And when it comes to the holy city of Jerusalem, leave it united as part of the great nation of Israel. And when President Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the United States Congress of the United States, he made a very profound and prolific statement when he said, America has helped Israel to be able to fight